Hey everyone, this is Jaeger here with Rushers Toys, and today we have a very special unboxing that is near and dear to my heart. This is the Jurassic World, Jurassic Park Reimagined Legacy Collection, the Carnotaurus, the demon of the 1993 series. We know it's not the Kenner, but we do know this is as close to the Kenner that a lot of collectors are going to get unless they are able to pay the high price for the sealed box. First off, I just have to say this is Mattel, in my opinion, their best Carnosaur they have released, only because I am a fan of the rubber, the real feel, and the detail. This is the toy that I had as a child, was the Kenner, and never was able to get it sealed, never was able to obtain it from the Sears catalog with ordering. I had to trade Pokemon cards in order to get the Demon Carnosaur, and it was never complete, and I had to buy accessories for it with the dino damage and the capture gear, because when I traded for it, it was just loose, and it seemed like all my friends that had one, it was always loose. It never came in the box, so I don't know, it must have been impossible here in Montana to obtain as well. But enough about the old, let's talk about the new. Let's just dive right in, and you can see the box work. I just love the detail. I love this. This reminds me of the Fallen Kingdom. I like the reimagined look right here. I wish in a way they would have done it as the vintage box from the Series 2 Kenner. That's just a nostalgia standpoint for me with going with this. But you can see just on the back of the box too, just going with the look of the original, and going with the fun Series 2 look for the capture, from like the Kenner days of the reimagined, just having fun with that. But let's just dive right in, and we'll get this right out of the box, and then we'll go through a review with it. I will tell you guys, this in the United States is a Target exclusive. I was able to obtain this. I waited for the sale. As I say, I strongly suggest waiting for the sale so you're not paying full price. It looks like it is clipped in the bottom. I just don't want to destroy this box, but it does not look like the T-Rex where you can punch it out. So let's go. Yeah, it is clipped in there. All right, let's speed this up and go. Sorry guys, I just really tape that in there. So there we go. And yep, we had to destroy the box. So I just wish Mattel would not, do that, but it is what it is, right? Alright, we will get the box out of the way. Our Hammond Collection T-Rex just fell down with moving the box. Set that right there. And, alright, so here we go. First off, it is rubber for the majority of it. It is harder plastic in here because of the electronics. I really do like this dinosaur, like I said, the detail in here. One thing that I have to tell you guys that are newer, that have not had the Kenner original Carnosaur, you could not move the legs, you could not move you could move the arms, I believe, but you couldn't really move the legs. It just stood there. And it was one of those things when we were younger and we were playing, we never played with it because you really couldn't do much with the dinosaur. Like this, you could do that with the original as well, but this just has more of a playability feature, and let's hear. Oh, gotta find the button. One thing that I have to admit that I was looking at before we did this was where they put the button at. It's right on the spikes, and it is a little uncomfortable to push down. That I didn't understand that aspect of it. My wife even said the same thing. I had her touch that, and she's like, it's a little pokey. So I don't know if you guys that own this and are watching this, if you realize that too. But what we'll do is we'll dive right in. Let's get that code for you. Add that to your mobile app. And what I just like about this is I like the detail. I like the reminiscence of the vintage, Kenner look. I just really like the Real Feel line from Mattel. And I like the fact that they're trying to capture that nostalgia from the 90s and bring that to everyone now. And this is just my standpoint with it. I wish they would do this with a lot more of the Jurassic World line. To me personally, I like the plastic, but the Real Feel is where it's at. And I just know that those dinosaurs like the Thrasher T-Rex, the Bull T-Rex from the 90s, you know, all those guys, like I can show you mine are still in. If you watch that video, they're still in really good condition. The rubber hasn't broke, the paint hasn't rubbed off, you know. They've just held up the stand of time. And I just feel like when you look at this, I have not seen one of these in the store that is missing paint anywhere. Whereas with the plastic, it's just, it seems to be. But that's just my opinion. But this just strikes me as, this is as close to the Kenner one you're going to get. And I highly advise anyone that is a fan of the Carnosaur Demon, this is the one to pick up. We will do a review of the Hammond Collection Carnosaur. I do have that in my collection that I have not opened yet, but we will do an unboxing and review of that. But as far as it goes for the main line, this is the Carnosaur to want to add. This reminds me just standing like this of the Lost World Carnosaur, but at least you can open up the mouth like this and it doesn't have a cheesy gimmick. This one, I think Mattel knocked out of the park because there's no cheesy gimmick to go with it. There's nothing to break really other than the joints could be loose, you know, but I love the arms. They captured this and it just screams 1994 Kenner, you know. It just looks amazing. The detail, the teeth, the spines, like I said, this is this to me is cool. My only concern is you're pushing down on this. I don't know if these are going to push down over time, but I just really think this dinosaur, just looking at it, I took my time to want to do this video, I will admit, only because this dinosaur has meant so much to me because I know that I had to sell mine from the 94 to pay for my medical bills at one point. And, you know, I'm not trying to go into too much detail, but I know how hard it was to obtain that dinosaur and how many offers I passed up over time. And I was able to let the value of that dinosaur hold to where I was able to pay for some medical bills. Whereas I believe this is one that's going to hold its value over time. Like I said, this right now, guys, is a Target exclusive here in the United States. I don't believe that it will get a release anywhere else within the United States. I would highly advise this is one to pick up though from Target. And like I said, wait for the sale. We did not pay. I think this was a $20 or $21 figure. I wasn't going to pay the $35. I figured it would go down because I made the mistake of when they were all sold out. Oh, impulse. I waited and they came back in stock just like the Real Feel T-Rex. I just think that this dinosaur here is one to add to your collection. The blood red, like I just think this dinosaur is just truly amazing. Like look at the eyes. You got the eyes, you've got the mouth. You can see the detail in there. I'll get my hand out of the way and you can just see the sculpt. And like I said, I just feel like Mattel is they're able to capture so much more detail with this rubber. I just think you have this Real Feel. You see the Real Feel. This is all rubber here. You only have plastic because see the feet. Yes, they're plastic. This is all plastic, but you know, this is a hard rubber. This is like rubber stuffed with the hard plastic inside. But the overall, like I said, this is the one to add to your collection for sure. And you know, you can strike it in a cool pose and you know, have it like that. And you can see just scale wise how it compares to the Hammond collection. You know, I know that's probably not the best. I know that the scale's probably not the absolute best, but you can see just how cool that looks. And we'll even grab the Red Rex. My Hammond collection T-Rex has been not wanting to stand lately, but just like the Red Rex, you see like just these are the ones to add, guys, to your collection. Like these real feel ones are just so cool. Something to add to your collection, but you can just see like the scale wise, it's right there, scaled right up there, you know, and just can see the detail. But highly advised. I want to know what your guys' thoughts and opinion on the reimagined, the 93, 94 series Jurassic Park with Target. Have you guys been able to acquire the Carnosaur, and have you had any issues with it? I'd love to know. Like I'm a diehard Jurassic Park collector, and from the vintage time, and I am so excited to see what happens with the new movie line. I know that we have the Hammond Collection Spinosaur out for pre-order, and that feels really good too. Was able to acquire one, and we're excited to do a video on that, but we will save that with our Hammond Collection. But I just want to know what your guys' thoughts and opinions with the Mattel. Are you hoping that more of the dinosaurs from the originals are re-released with this real feel? I sort of hope, my own opinion is I want to see the Utah Raptor come out, and I'm trying to think of the other series too, like if they would re-release like the Bull T-Rex from 94 that was never released. I think that would be fantastic too, you know, and even do like a crowdfund on there. I know I would be down with that. But I want to thank you guys for watching this video. Please share your thoughts and comments in the comment section. Make sure you subscribe to our channel. We have many more Jurassic Park, Jurassic World videos coming your way. Again, thank you so much for watching this. Have a great day.